Hello, so I'm now going to show you how to assign a task to someone else. So let's say, see this task here, prepare figure for report. Perhaps it's quite important that this happens and maybe I need to go on holiday or, can't perform this task. So it needs to happen and someone else needs to do it. So if I double click on this task, I've got an option here. Can you see just called assign task? Now this is very, very similar to a meeting invite. So what I do, I get a to box just here. So let's say I want to assign this task to Charlie. Okay, so I'm just going to go and find Charlie in the list in the organization. Let's just double click and then click OK. Now, in addition to the fact that I'm choosing to assign this to Charlie, I've now got two things at the bottom. Keep an updated copy of this task on my task list. Now, if I untick that, it's going to remove the task and send it to Charlie. If I leave it ticked, it's going to keep the task in my list and I can see when Charlie's completed it. Send me a status report when the task is complete. So if I leave that ticked, when Charlie completes the task, it's going to send me an email. So, if Charlie comes and puts notes or changes the status or changes the due date, if I leave keep updated copy ticked, that means I'll get those updates. But if I leave that ticked, I get an email telling me it's done when it's done. Now, when I'm ready, all I do, I hit send. It's going to remind me that I'm no longer the owner of the task. So it's going to turn reminders off. I'm going to click OK. Now, it will leave that task in the list because that's what I chose. And I've got a little picture of a person against the task now. And that means that I no longer own that task. It's owned by someone else. So if I double click into here, can you see the owner is Charlie Burt, even though it's in my task list? So I can't really change anything about that task, but when Charlie makes changes, I will get those changes in my task list. So that is a really nifty way of allowing you to set tasks up and assign them to other people in your team so that you can share workloads.